jump right back into it. Let me jump to the right map here. I guess I can actually remove the prison level from my shortcut list here. Ooh, and that list gets shorter and shorter. Not many maps left. Here we go. Okay, so you have a new companion in your group. 2 new companions to be precise. And you have just put to rest, or at least for now, dispensed of that strange Lucanor fella that apparently is the living version of what Lucca used to be before he became the lovable scamp that traveled with you for what feels like such a long time. There's that book, that dreadful book, that kind of caused this whole misery when you think about it. And it's just sitting there in the corner where Lucca had dropped it, and you just watched Lucanor's ghost get sucked into that tome. It's still like slightly fuming and just sitting there as if it couldn't um yeah, as if it couldn't hurt a fly. What do you do?
Well, Lucca couldn't have had his real memories because he called me the dumb one. So that must have been someone else. But should we pick up this book?
I don't know. That seems pretty evil. Maybe we should just destroy it.
I'm tempted to burn it as well.
Well, what about we take it up to Bandy and let her see if we can figure out how to deal with it? I can't imagine this thing would just take fire.
By the way, I
Why
also
not?
had
It's
a
just
bit.
a book, isn't it?
Yeah, I also had a bit of an out of character question, since we kind of didn't really pick up Lucca's gear. Is his like spacious pocket sleeves of many items, or well, extra dimensional sleeves are still there?
Well, I guess all of his belongings are still there, yeah.
Yeah, because in that case, I think it would be most prudent on our part to wrap the book into his extra dimensional pocket and, well, maybe store it like that.
Okay, so you pick up the book and you wrap it in Lucca's gown and kind of like twist it inside or inside out so that you kind of like fold it into that extra dimensional space of the sleeve. And then you stow the gown in your backpack.
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay, all right. Um, let me hand you the book then. Mm. Did it work?
So this is right after the battle with the ghost finished, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
basically, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I put the book on your sheet, Connors.
Thanks.
All right.
Ottardo, Ottardo is going to go in the corner and uh, undo his backpack and just kneel in there for a few minutes and say a prayer.
For his fallen friend.
And also a prayer to not be blindsided again.
Hmm.
To see through the falsehoods that might be coming.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if we can say that's a 10-minute
Yeah,
a
you
10
can
minute
take.
block for anybody that needs to patch up or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a minute here with poor Stick. He really got a beating back there. Just gonna get some of these mushrooms over here.
Yeah, Souma will approach Augrael and with visibly shaking hands, like, so. Is it okay if I patch you up?
And Augrael, I don't think he's. I'm gonna go with the fiction that he didn't see or didn't understand that you you were the one that delivered the killing blow to Lucca, and he's like, yeah, of course. I was gonna ask you, but of course, I need it. Thank you.
Like, someone like swallows a tear, like, thank you. Let's try.
Augrael's like, what the actual fuck? like he has no idea why she's acting like. Yeah, of course.
Let's try the DC 20.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, huh. I don't know how to change that.
Yeah, there's a separate action for that.
For I'm trying to do treat wounds, but I'm trying to use the natural medicine feat, which changes it to be a nature check.
Oh, in the video, I think I saw Karnus. When you get the little pop-up, you get to choose which skill to use or something like that.
It's actually frozen on medicine.
Yeah, same.
It's in this from the script. Maybe if you just edit the script in. No, it doesn't seem to do anything about it.
Huh. Yeah, you don't have an option to choose. I guess I'll just roll medicine for now. Or, I mean, nature. And that's just against the base DC, so I think that's a critical success. .48 and loses the wounded condition. Okay, that was 10 minutes for me. Are we only here for 10 minutes, or?
So far, yes.
We can stay as long as you need.
I could stand to heal myself. Can't really help with Augrael anymore.
Yeah, I need to go buy some oil of unlifes or whatever. And a ghost touch room. I need to not forget about that.
If you're an expert in medicine, you can instead attempt a DC 20 check to increase the hit points regained by 10. I'm gonna do the higher DC one. The DC 20. Oh, I critically succeeded that too. Okay. So Maybe I should do the master one. Oh, I'm glad I did too, because that wasn't much healing. But it's 24.
So it's another 10 minutes, so I can treat Augrael again, right?
Yep. Ottardo will take the opportunity to also lay on hands and refocus.
Okay, that was a failure, but normal one, thankfully.
There's some good mushrooms back there.
Well, I'm sure you know more about mushrooms than we do, but some of the things we've encountered here were quite toxic.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you don't handle them right, most things are toxic.
I think these didn't even give us the option to handle them. Like they immediately burst out in spores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think.
Sure. Well, I'll let you know if I see anything like that. I mean, your sword is dangerous to you if you handle it from the wrong end.
Well, ingesting sword is pretty bad as well.
Oh, speaking of swords, Augrael, did you see this one? And he's gonna show him the gloom blade. Did you see it, Matt?
I did not. I don't think so.
Can I, if I do something like this, does it work? I don't know if you can click that in the chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that might be useful for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Doesn't let me take it from you, but
I'll try to drop it on Augrael. I don't know if it'll work. It doesn't work. I guess we'll need Simon to do the transfer.
Yeah. In your inventory, Sam?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'll probably wait to get, because it doesn't have anything on it right now, right?
It is a +1 striking at base.
Oh, it is. Okay. Then maybe that's just better than the middle class bastard right now.
What is the middle class bastard?
I think it should be equivalent.
So
yeah, the only difference is that the middle class, well, or at least one difference is that it's rapier. I don't know how much that matters.
But then in dim light or darkness, the gloom blade becomes a +2 striking short sword. Whenever you use the gloom blade to attack a creature you're undetected by, you deal 1d6 additional precision damage. Undetected. So how would you be able to actually leverage that? You would have to hide.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think
or
so.
be invisible. Oh, dang! I should have picked invisibility. I think I still have a chance to do that.
Yeah, so you would have to hide and then move so that you would be undetected.
Okay.
And then you could use
Which is doable.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think this through here.
But the main thing that's always on, the main
it?
thing that's always on is that when in dim light or darkness, it counts as a +2.
Right, but you are usually in the range of the light spell, which is bright light for 20 feet and then dim for another 20. So that's just something to keep in mind that usually you're in bright light.
Yeah.
Well, we can like designate it like a visible aura to distinguish where the brighter light lands. I suppose maybe.
I wonder how the automation is going to deal with all that. So it feels like
it probably
might
won't.
take a bit of hand holding to make sure that everything is correctly applied. We'll see. Okay. All right. That definitely looks cool. Cool black blade.
Yeah, Augrael is immediately fascinated with it.
Is that gonna be a problem?
The sword?
The fascination.
I don't know.
Just don't start calling it my everything or something like that.
My precious. He does look a lot like Golem.
And I realize, Matt, that you wanna. So you're carrying around a studded leather on top of your resilient scale mail. And you're not wearing your resilient scale mail. You're wearing the studded
Oh.
leather.
Well, I'll switch that.
Okay, and then I think we want to put the studded leather in the stash. Stash it for you.
Thank you for that.
Because you were also encumbered slightly. So now I think you're good. All right. Okay. What's next?
Are we ready to push on?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Sure thing.
Anthony, shouldn't your familiar lose wounded condition?
Oh yes, it should. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. You pop open that door and you enter that short stretch of hallway that quick then branches off to the north and south, where you see a door at the end of each. As you approach the southern door, there's this unusual scent, kind of like burning fungus that spills out from underneath from the cracks under the door, and is pretty noticeable as you approach the doors.
Burning fungus, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know what that smell is, Bark?
I don't know. Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, go for it.
Should it be secret?
Yeah, make it secret. Okay. You take a whiff and yes, indeed, it does smell like burning fungus. It smells like pretty exotic fungi, though, like things that grow deep under, below the earth in dark caves that never see the sun. It's not entirely unpleasant, though.
He'll share this. I think it's something come up from the Darklands, or maybe we've come down to it. I'm awfully curious, though. I don't know if I've ever encountered fungus like this before.
So do you think it will be safe?
Well, it's not entirely unpleasant. Don't you agree?
Yeah, you open the door and behold a strange scene. And first of all, you're getting just assailed by this haze of smoke and a pungent, but as Bark said, not entirely unpleasant scent that emanates from what looks like a large copper cauldron atop a bed of coals on a dais to the east. There's a metal rack over the basin that holds several brown and purple eggs. Each egg is about the size of a human head, and they seem to be cooking in the smoke. The walls are painted with sweeping lines and whorls, and there's a group of humanoids in here, and they're in some sort of trance or meditation. All of them are gaunt, with like pale flesh and white eyes, and they're wrapped in these layers of dark, almost colorless robes, and they seem to be, as I said, very much sunk into this sort of meditative state. What do you do?
Can Ottardo recall knowledge on who these people are?
Yes, you can. Anyone who can see them can try a society, or if you have Darklands lore or anything like that. Okay. All right. Yeah, Ottardo and Augrael, you both recognize these creatures or these humanoids as what some people call the Dark Folk, or the Caligni, as they call themselves. They are subterranean people. As the legend goes, they are the descendants of humans that fled the Earthfall, went into the Darklands, and then were warped, corrupted by something down there, kind of like the human equivalent to the Drow. They are known to be hang on. Yeah, so they are known to be like scavengers that just live off what little the Darklands has to offer, and every now and then they make it up to the surface where they have a reputation of being thieves and poachers that steal from the folks of the surface world.
Didn't we actually freed one of them from the larder of the tavern?
Ligny, did you?
Was that a dark folk or a drow?
There was a
I
drow.
remember a drow.
Yeah, there was a drow. I thought there was a dark folk also. No, which one had the hand withered?
No, that was a deep gnome, I think, at Bratnillar. I think. But anyway, Simon. So we the reputation of these people is thieves, maybe, but not like baby
Well,
murderers.
that's what they're known, or what people say about them on the surface world. But yeah, they don't have a particularly murderous reputation or anything like that.
Ottardo is going to quietly close the door, turn around, and describe what he saw for Birke and Souma, which I think didn't get a good look at the room. What do you think? Do you think we can parley with them?
You said they're cooking up some eggs. You think they'd be willing to share some breakfast?
I think they gone bad. They were purple and some other weird color.
Maybe,
Just because they're different from what you're used to doesn't mean they're bad.
True. You could try the purple egg.
well,
I don't
I'm
think they're
willing to-
going to be interested in parlaying, though.
yeah, maybe we could try another door before we come to a decision.
Well, there's the one up north.
By the way, the other creature that you found near the tavern was a skulk. That was the one with the withered hand.
Okay. Also, of nefarious reputation and worse tempers.
Yeah. All right. You open that door, and there's the huge amount of humidity and moisture in the air. You look out over this large, almost swampy lake. Hang on. The water is brackish and silty. There are dark clouds of fetid air and grimy mists that cling to the surface. And where it laps on the shore, the water leaves trails of glistening muck. So it's like almost thick, that the water of that lake. And right next to you, there's a lone dock, rotten and rickety looking, that juts out from a shelf of rock. It looks long unused, and there's no vessel that's tethered to its moorings. Across, or a little further to the west, you see a couple of cages, looks like 7 in total, constructed of metal and strange fibrous wood that line a sort of beach. And each one of these cages is partially submerged in the stinking waters. And you can see some creatures in there. The cage that's closest to you houses this strange lizard thing, which is large in terms of its size category. This cage here appears to be empty, and then this cage over here that holds a creature that looks something like this, also large. And finally, okay, then there's another one all the way in the back here, but that's hard to see because of the thick fog that kind of obscures sight further than that other cage. Yeah, that's it.
Can we as characters, can I see the other like dock thing here?
Yeah, you can't really see that far, but I guess you would
Okay,
be able,
okay.
like, you would be able to think that it must be around there, just from.
Yeah, Augrael's just thinking of what he saw, and he knows this dock probably isn't big enough for what he saw. So he's like, that other dock must be around the corner. This cavern's huge.
Well, do we want to have a poke around?
I don't even know. Can we get past this? We have to go for a swim to get over here, right?
Yeah, you would have to get into the water to get over there.
You know, I have a spell for this, but I didn't prepare it today.
That's good to know.
It's really, really annoying. The idea of only picking certain. I mean, technically, I have more accent. Never mind. Still adjusting to this.
Bart
Yeah.
takes a couple of steps out on that rickety dock, and like, maybe peers over the edge of it. You see the posts that hold up the dock, they're covered in this glistening muck from the water that laps against it, and you hear this like smacking sound as the thick water brushes up against it. And then let's hang on here for a second. We'll see how that works. And then you see movement in that thick water. You see like the water is so thick and oozy that you can't really see through it, but something appears to be swimming just underneath the surface, and you see this sort of dark shape dive away. And then we're gonna have to roll initiative and see in which order things happen. Add everyone excluding the minion. Okay. All right. I'll roll for everyone. And then yes. Okay. And Bark, you actually have the highest initiative here. So you saw that little bit of movement, and I'm going to say you saw it right over here. You can take a regular turn. What do you do?
Hmm. I think I'm going to stride back this way. Say, oh, there's something in the water down there. And Stick will use his one independent action to continue to follow me, striding as well.
Mhm.
And then I will cast. Oh, actually, I do have a spell that's not inappropriate. Would you, Simon? Would you say that I'm in more of a underground environment or an aquatic environment?
It's underground, I would say.
Okay. Do I have to splash into the water to be for it to be aquatic?
I mean, why are you asking? What's the?
I have a spell that
ability?
has different effects depending on what environment I'm in.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
if you're in the water, you'd be in an aquatic environment.
okay. Actually, never mind. It's not quite what I want to cast anyway. I'm sorry. Still learning all these things.
It's all good.
I'm just gonna cast Oaken Resilience for now.
Okay. So you prepare for something. Augrael.
Okay, so he said something's in the water, but I don't see anything breaking the water and anything like that.
You can take an action to seek and see if you see anything.
Um, can't really hide here to make use of that. I think he's just going to. I think he's just going to delay.
Okay. Soma.
Well, since something is in the water and Soma now has keen flashbacks to what things were in the water in the other levels, she will start the soundtrack. Let's go with the defense one. I think it's called Rallying Anthem now. Yeah, that was one action, and that nothing appears yet. But well, let's just cast shield and skip the other one.
Okay. All right. Next, what happens is there's a lazy ripple in the water, but on this side, not where Bark had seen movement. And then the thick water parts, and there's a creature that just kind of like jumps up, the thick ooze dripping off of its carapace body, and it pulls itself up onto the shore pretty quickly here. It doesn't mechanically have to squeeze because it does have enough room here. Pulls itself on land and wedging itself between Soma and the rest of the group. So that'll be the first action, and then it looks around, snapping its claws menacingly, and let's see. And then it's gonna try to attack Soma with its claws. Snap. Misses. And then does it have a particular thing it wants to do besides this? Just another claw snap. And misses again. But here it is.
Okay, Augrael will
Strange.
go now if he can.
Okay. Hang on. And your turn.
Okay. Augrael will he'll start off with a recall knowledge about this thing.
All right. That would be occultism.
Awesome. Oh, brutal.
That's Lobster Man.
All right, he will swing with his new gloom blade at it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he flanking with Soma in this position?
Technically, I don't have hold the weapon at the moment.
Okay.
That's right.
So it will just be sad damage, but that's okay. We hit it for something.
Right. But 6 points are 6 points.
And then he'll raise his magical shield.
Okay.
Hold on, I think the Gloom Blade should do 2d6. Because
It's
it is
striking.
striking.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it says base. Okay, I'll have to add that on there, but I'll just roll another d6 for now.
No, the Gloomblade is a +1 short sword. It's only in dim light or darkness that it's a striking.
Oh, become striking. Okay.
Oh, I misread that, I guess. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like it in regular light, and so most situations it's
The middle
gonna
class might be better.
Yeah. Okay, so then it's Ottardo's turn.
All right. Well, Ottardo is going to swing his big mace at this thing. Did I not have it? Oh,
No, doesn't look like
oh,
you
I did
did,
not have it targeted. No,
but it
is
is a miss.
yes. Okay, he is going to try a second time.
That's a crit.
Nice.
26 points of damage that it takes in full, but its hard outer shell cracks.
And for his last action, he's going to try to encourage the others, or to like show a brave face. Look, it cracks.
Hmm.
And why
Success.
does that not work? Okay, should be working.
So is there an effect that comes? Oh, I see. Threat partial stance. Okay. All right. The next thing that happens is a second one of these creatures jumps out of the murky water and pulls itself up onto the rickety dock and attacks Bark. Once. One. That's a hit. For 18 points of damage. And then it's gonna try to basically lock you into its claws, which it manages to do. So Bark is now grabbed. And then it is Bark's turn.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Bark doesn't like being grabbed. So he is gonna... Let's see here.
Actually, sorry. Ottardo is going to react to that because he does have his reaction now. So that will be 11 points of resistance to Bark.
Okay.
And the strike.
That's much better.
That's a hit. All right. 13 points of damage.
I think Bark is going to. I can't. I'm gonna try this. The rotten wood of the dock is going to suddenly explode with life as all sorts of vegetation starts to grow out of it. As I cast Flourishing Flora. It's a 5-foot burst, but it's just gonna be where that creature is.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna go for roots on the off chance that I can knock him prone.
That's interesting. Okay. Too bad there's no fungi. That would have been a good fit.
Yeah. So he makes a reflex save.
Okay.
So he succeeds. Which is what, I guess half damage, I'm assuming. It's just a little damage.
All creatures in the target area take 2d4 damage. The type
Yeah,
of
it's
damage
basic, right? Yeah.
on a critical failure.
I like that fruits makes them clumsy. That's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is there a basic save against the damage?
Yeah,
At the very top.
you get a basic save, and then only on a
there it
crit
is,
fail
under
you get
defense.
the additional effect.
Okay, so the damage is it's just half of 7. Some
Okay.
roots pop out. Bark's he's got me pretty good. As he's being squeezed. With his final action, he is going. Ooh. I don't know if this.
Oh, you should
I have
also.
no idea if this will be relevant, but I'm gonna cast this.
Hang on. You first need, because the spell has the manipulate trait. You need to
you're
have a
right.
DC 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just for completeness sake here.
All right, I'm gonna cast this. I don't know if it will have any relevance to being dragged around or anything, but I cast Take Root. So roots actually burrow down into the dock and the ground here and try to hold me in place.
Interesting. So that it can't rip you into the water. That's not a bad idea. Soma.
All right. Let's just continue doing what we were doing. So at first we'll continue this the defending. And we'll have to choose them. I think, well, Ottardo can, like, more people can hit my crab person than Bark's crab person, so Soma will try to get rid of the Bark's crab person. So she's had summoned instrument in the form of elaborate lute, not lute, flute. So she points it at the crab person that grabbing Bark, and with a deep inhale, she blows and nothing comes out. Except here, maybe Bark can hear something. Because I'm gonna cast one of my new cantrips.
Ooh.
Okay, and as you cast that spell, you are momentarily distracted, and the creature next to you uses that to its advantage and tries to snap at you with its claws. And so does the other one from the...
Oh, dang.
Oh no.
Got
Here.
reach for that?
Yep, 10 feet. That's 25 points of damage.
Ouch.
Does it interrupt me?
It's not a critical, so it doesn't interrupt.
Always brutal when monsters have attacks of opportunity.
Yep. Well, congratulations though. Now they can't use them on you. So yeah, then this guy takes for the fortitude save now.
The one on the pier. Does the fortitude save? Fails.
Bong.
Whoa, nice damage roll.
Oh, indeed. You see it like I would think you see it vibrate, like the whole shell starts to shake and crack in various places. And that's your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, and then it's the creature's turn right next to you, and it's going to try to attack you with its claws once. That's a hit, and it does 14 points of damage, and then it tries to grab you in its claws, which fails. And then it tries to. That does have the attack trait, right? Grab. Does it?
Yeah.
Should have it. Yeah. Okay, so then the third action misses. Ooh, Augrael.
Okay. Does Soma's lute or whatever? I'm sorry, I don't know what I forget what instrument Soma uses. But does her doing the haunting hymn count as her flanking now?
No, that's a spell.
Okay. Thought I was
Still
worth
not
a shot. I want to get flanking here. I can I occupy this square or like the? But I don't even know if that would get me flanking, would it?
No.
Yeah.
Squeeze past there.
Hmm. Hmm. He'll swap to the middle class bastard, and he's just gonna swing on this thing. That's all he can really do if he can't
I mean,
get
if you could get
anywhere.
over here, if you could get over here on the dock, then you would be flanking with Bark.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, I will do that. I will stride. Can I stride through that space, or I have
Well,
to tumble
no,
through it?
you would have to tumble through
Get in the water.
or get in the water. Yep.
That seems like a. Okay, yeah, I think I'd probably get in the water. Uh,
All right, you jump into the thick, murky water. It's like it feels like oil on your skin, and you swim over there.
and then he'll hop up. Oops, on the edge of the dock right there. And I imagine so 5 swim speed is much lower, right? Or is it count? Are you counting as like lands? Is it deep enough to swim or?
It is deep enough to swim, yes.
Okay, so I probably need like 2 actions to get all the way at the end, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will since I didn't have the I'll just swing with the gloom blade again.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. I do get sneak attack at least this time. There's good old Thomas.
Nice one. 38 points of damage. That's
Huge.
great. So
Oh, and the
wedge,
Dread Martial aura applies. Nice.
yeah. So you wedge the blade into one of the cracks that had opened up, and you just try to like leverage it open. And it definitely does a tremendous amount of damage. And it's
I think,
Ottardo's
Simon,
turn.
you might have to apply frightened on the creature
Oh
unless it did that. Unless it did that automatically.
no, I don't think it did. You're right. Thank
Ah.
you. Oopsies. I don't know why that happened. It is Ottardo's turn.
All right. Well, that creature seems fairly handled. So, Ottardo is going to focus on the one that's on land. I hope I got it selected. Yeah, and he's going to uh, order it to uh, back away. How can I
Okay.
apply that? Well, let's see if that works. He's going to try once more. Wow.
That is not working out.
And that's his turn.
Okay. Then it is that creature's turn, and it's going to continue to harass Soma. It's going to try to strike you. Yes, it hits for 18 points of damage, and then it tries to
And
grab.
before that, Ottardo is going to react, so that's 11
Okay.
reduction.
All right.
Which one is attacking her?
This one.
Isn't it the other guy's turn?
Oh my gosh, you're right. Sorry. Okay. So this one still has bark in its claws, but it's getting threatened by Augrael. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna start constricting. Oh no, that's wrong. Hang on here. So you feel those sharp lobster claws close in on your body. Bark, roll that fortitude save.
Ooh. Wait, that's not yours.
Oh, that was
Sticks.
sticks. I mean, it was still a 1 on the die. I don't know.
Just a one.
Yeah, the one is a 1.
Barks is the same. Barks is the same, actually.
Wow.
All right, you gonna stick with that? Okay. So that means you take double this, so 32 points of damage.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hang on. Wait, I have a thing. I have a thing.
Well, Ottardo's also
Is this
going
it?
to react, so I'll let
Does
you
this-
figure out.
Does this count as a damage dealing effect?
Yes.
Okay. So Bark is like getting squeezed, and he's like, you can hear like he has that oaken like woody skin right now. So you can hear it crunching under the weight. And then all of a sudden, he just goes completely wooden. And then you realize that Bark is not in that square. He's standing right next to it. As he casts Wooden Double. And and if that counts, I assume that counts as a critical. I mean, I technically critically failed, so I don't know if that counts, but
You critically hit.
It's exactly like your skeleton thing. Can you take a step when you're grabbed?
So I think that's
Wasn't
fair.
he grabbed?
Yeah, that's the thing with the grabbed condition. Take it, but I mean, that's such a stupid ability. There's no way to like reason about this, how this would work, even without the grab. So it's always kind of silly. So I'm gonna say it even works under the
I
grab
like it.
condition.
I like it.
I love it.
So
Thank
it's
you.
just
That's awesome.
for some reason somehow Bark manages to.
There's just a wooden duplicate of him there. Next to it.
So and then he just kind of crushes through it. There's splinters flying
A
everywhere.
wooden block of your size and roughly shaped like you. That's amazing.
Roughly, yeah.
So this block is hardness 5 and 20 hit points. If it's destroyed, I take any excess damage.
Okay, so 25 points out of 32 go into the double, and then you take the remaining 7.
Okay. And then I still have Oaken Resilience, so that's reduced further.
Well, if Bark does take the damage, Ottardo will use his reaction.
All right.
And that should negate the remaining points.
That's right.
Okay.
And he is going to attempt a strike. Do I have the right one targeted? Yes.
That's a hit. For 16 points of damage. All right. Oh, and there's persistent damage on that.
Yeah, that's the new thing for Ottardo.
Ooh. Wow, persistent
cool.
spirit damage. That is nasty.
That's nasty. Yeah.
All right. So that was its first action, to constrict. So what's this gonna do next? Oh man, I really wanted to transfer you to my tentacles, but now that won't work anymore. So I guess then it turns around and still hungry, looks at Augrael, and thinks like, maybe that's some it's like good jerky. There we go. That's a hit for 22 points of damage. Nope, hang on.
Okay.
Actually, no, it would have still been a hit because it should have been at a -5, but it would still hit.
Okay.
Why is your AC 16?
That is a good question.
I guess
Did
you
you-
didn't apply the armor.
I thought I did. I thought I wore and invested in it. So why is
It does look like you did, but
why is it so low? What the hell?
Oh, maybe you're not proficient with scale mail, which would be medium or heavy, or I don't know. Maybe
It
you're
is
only
medium.
Oh, is
proficient
that
at-
why I was wearing the leather problem?
yeah. So then let's just do that real quick here and swap that back. So I'm going to take the resilient off your sheet and put it in the stash. And we'll have you invested in that. So yeah, so now your
Okay,
AC is
yeah.
27. I think
Okay.
that's worth it. Yeah, so then it's a miss.
Thank you.
So that was its second attack or its second action. So then with its third action, how hungry are they? Not that hungry. So it's just gonna jump into the water and disappear. Quickly dive into the murky depths of that fetid lake. Bark. Oh, right. It takes that damage on its way out. But it doesn't, it's not like it floats to the surface or anything. It seems to survive. Bark.
Bark is gonna see that this one's still up against Souma, so he's gonna come over here. And he is going to invoke the old wood of this pier. It may appear long dead, but maybe he knows there's a spark of life hidden deep in it somewhere. And one of these wooden posts that's holding it up is going to suddenly sprout up and up and up and develop little branches and leaves as it turns into a tree. And then he's gonna yell timber, and it's going to topple over and fall on this monster.
What?
15-foot line.
Timber.
What? Timber, you create a small dead tree in your space that falls. It's just all you constantly creating trees and wooden stuff. That's amazing.
Can't tell if this
Druids
is
are
the
awesome.
most Anthony character or the least Anthony character I've ever seen.
Failure. Roll damage. 13 points of damage. Gets
Wow, that was a
smacked
low
over the
roll.
head.
So many ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. He
not
bonks it on
great.
the head with a tree.
Yeah.
That's all 3 actions.
Amazing. Soma.
Well, I guess we can continue and try to take revenge at once. At first, let's inspire courage in everyone. Then she will draw the cooperative blade. And try to stab it.
Hang on. As you draw your sword, that's a manipulate action. So it gets to an attack of opportunity. Missing. And then you can do your attack. That's a hit. 13 points of damage. And I believe that's your turn?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's going on here? Come on. Yeah, and then it's turn. What's it gonna do? It'll try. I mean, Soma is the closest. A tasty snack. Here we
Uh,
go.
wait a second. Uh, when when this happens, someone will take glance at Bark, take a glance at this crab person, and she will shrug and will cast a spell.
As a reaction, okay. Interesting.
What's this?
What?
Well,
No.
I mean, I put it in the chat like 2 weeks ago.
Just took one and double.
You have that?
Well, yeah,
It's in the occult spell list.
Oh gosh. Okay. Right. So where do you step though?
in the
Into
water.
the water?
Yes.
All right. So you step away, splash into the water, and the. All right. I do need to roll damage because whatever is left. 3
Carlos
points of
did
damage.
put it in the chat like 2 weeks ago. Impressive. Impressive.
All right. That's yeah. So 3 points of damage would go through.
Now
How
I
much
need to find a way to take this spell.
All right. So and then that was its first action. So its second action. Now that it's gonna be very excited that you're in the water. So what's it gonna do about that? Yeah, it's gonna jump into the water, and then with its third action, it's gonna attack you again. Missing.
Oof.
Oof, yeah, but the way that it moves in the water, and the way that you're having a hard time staying afloat in this like thick, beated, smelly swamp water, makes you realize that you're in its element. This is scary. Augrael.
Okay. Can Augrael reach the creature from here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little
I
awkward.
don't.
You have to kind of like punch down, but you would be able to reach it.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any way he can like get flanking because no one's really within flanking. So he's gonna swap to the middle class bastard. Just because it's striking. And then he will swing at it.
That
Oops,
is a
I
miss.
didn't have it targeted. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'll target it with the second one. Is there any way I can help Soma? I think he thinks the best way to help her is just to try and do any damage to it, so he'll just try and do damage to it.
That's another miss.
Okay.
All right, and then it's Ottardo.
Okay. Ottardo will simply take a swing at the creature. Let's make sure that it is targeted. Okay. Okay.
Smash it for 17 points.
And he is going to follow up with a second strike. And miss. And what the hell? He'll try again. Crit miss.
Okay. All right, that's the other one. Okay, and then Bark.
It's near death. I am going to stride over here. Why can't I move? Yeah, so I have a nice clear line, and I'm just going to try to timber again.
All right. This time it saves successfully.
All right, so that's going to be, man, same crappy
6
damage
points of
roll.
damage.
Half of that.
All right, 6 points. And it's Soma's turn.
So someone now is swimming, or
That's correct. So you definitely have to take a move action to swim to avoid going under.
Okay, it looks like I will have to take some opportunity attacks one way or another. So we'll try to climb back to the shore.
Okay, yes, indeed, that triggers an attack of opportunity, but it misses.
Whew.
Lucky,
Very nice.
very lucky.
Yeah. Okay. And well, I dropped my magical flute, so I will just try to stab this guy again.
Nice.
Ooh, with a vengeance.
No
Vengeance!
kill stealing. Just straight up killing.
28 points of damage. Yeah, you
Wow.
kill it. Wow. The cooperative blade strikes it down.
Nice.
All right, 40 XP for everyone. Yeah, and as the fight comes to a close here, the animals and the monsters, the creatures, whatever you want to call it, in those cages, they like start rattling the cages, start bashing against the bars. They're clearly not happy being trapped in those cages. But even though they look kind of rickety, they're pretty well made and keep them solidly in place.
Is that 204 for everyone?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the 04 makes it a little awkward looking, but that's what I have.
What is this thing that we see here?
Yeah, you look over there, and it's kind of gross looking. There's also this very almost like carrion stench that wafts over from that cave that opens up. You see bits and pieces, heaps of decomposing flesh and organs, it looks like. And then there's a stream of water flowing from the north past that heap and over the cliff in a narrow little waterfall.
So what do you think? Do you want to explore around here, or should we go back to the other part?
I think it's time for lunch.
I concur. I think I could take a breather for a little bit.
Well, let us make it back onto land then.
They step off the creaking dock. Back into the hallway.
Orc pulls out this curling horn-like basket of fruit and vegetables. You're not sure where he got it from, and you see him about to like chow down on it. He looks over at Souma. He says, would you like some? You kind of had it rough back there.
Yeah, thank you. And she will take something from the basket, depending on what it is.
No. If you're gonna take something, you gotta eat it all up. Get all your vitamins and nutrients.
Oh, well, okay.
If she does indeed eat everything, she'll get hit points.
Nice.
Nice. Cornucopia.
It's produced with interact action.
Only 5 points. Roll a 1.
Well, I mean, she has a healthy half-orc appetite, so I mean, it would be sinful to leave something on the plate.
Actually, it should be heightened.
Yeah, there's the
Creature can
5d6,
consume.
5d6 plus 20, right? Consume all produce.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Sorry, so that was actually 37 points of healing.
Jesus!
Seems more appropriate for level 9.
Yeah. I was like, that's a level 2? Okay.
Yeah, I think I had something generated picture for someone in this condition. Yeah, I'll scroll up
It's
in
like,
there for a while
eat it
now.
all up. You gotta eat it all. Actually, I just... Oh no, sorry. This is the healing. This is the vitality trait. For a second, I thought it would heal Augrael too, but it's vitality, so not gonna work.
Yeah, Augrael goes eat some, and Bark Price slaps his hands away. Not for you.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to take 10 minutes, I can rest and regain that focus spell, but otherwise, Bark is ready to go.
So that's what you meant by lunch. Okay, okay.
If we're taking 10 minutes, Ottardo can offer a little healing touch to either Bark or Soma before refocusing.
I suppose you could try Bark because Souma is also was going to medicine herself now.
Sure, if you I mean, not very hurt, but 30 points of healing will do.
It doesn't taste good, but it heals.
I guess my my oaken resilience will go away. Okay. All right. Well, which way do you guys want to go? North and see what else is in that stinky swamp water? South and talk to some people who are chanting and cooking, I might add.
I think I had enough of water for today. Yeah, I think I had enough of water for today. Let's try diplomacy.
Come on, stick.
This time, Ottardo is going to knock on the door and then open it.
Knock, knock, knock. Alright, you open it. The polite knocking, I assume you're not like, this is the police sort of knocking, but more of polite.
Ottardo would totally do that.
I assume it was just a polite way to announce
Open
your
up.
presence. Right?
I have a warrant.
So yeah, no, they're pretty deep in their meditation. So if it was just a polite knock, it would not have disturbed them.
Hello?
Still,
He's gonna turn back and call out to Soma and Bark. They're not responding.
Does it look like they're like praising the eggs?
so the eggs clearly have some, mystic or religious significance because there's
But
like
it's not the
props
only
up.
thing. Yeah.
No, it's not the only thing, yeah, but
Okay,
it is
okay.
it is the one thing that is being cooked in that smoke, so
Okay.
it does have some special significance for sure.
Are they tiny, or is that just the way the tokens came out?
The tokens are weird. They should be much bigger. They're medium size.
Okay. It's because I think it's because it has the parts that stick out past the frame, so it's like,
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah, if you make them like 200% or 150% or something, it'll probably look.
Yeah,
Normal-ish,
but
but
they're
anyway.
tied to the size category on the sheet, so that's why.
Oh, I think you can
Yeah.
well, anyway. Um yeah, Bark is going to kind of look at them curiously. Are they like what, like on hands and knees, like praising this thing, or what?
Well, they're more like, yeah, on knees for sure. But I would assume like on their knees, and their gaze is lowered, and they're just kind of in this rocking back and forth sort of trance.
Can I try to make some sort of check as to what kind of eggs those are?
Sure, that would be a nature check. '24. Um, this is gonna be a little weird, but they kind of remind you of lobster eggs. So, given the size, that would make sense if they came from the creatures in the lake.
They're worshipping the eggs of the creatures from the lake, but they're cooking them? Do they seem like they're actually cooking them, or they're like doing something else?
No, it does look like they're cooking them for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Some sort of weird Darklands ceremony.
So as you're like walking into the room, and you're like, What's up with these guys? They're like totally out of it." And yeah, having that conversation, um, insulting their core beliefs. Uh, at some at some point, at least one of them will notice you. Let's say this one here that's closest to Bark, and he like turns around, slow at first, opens his eyes that are completely white, and he looks at Bark. And at first, you get the sense that he doesn't really see you. It's like he's still in his meditative state, but then he like shakes his head, shakes himself out of it, and then jumps up and lets off this tirade in a language that none of you understand, but like wildly gesturing, like clearly yelling at you for disrupting their thing here. And with his yelling, oh, okay.
Uh, I had this feat since the very beginning. And I
Okay.
think
You said you kind of attempted to.
they probably don't understand me.
Well, nobody
And
is
they are not
frightened.
frightened, right? But
Yeah.
but I think it is appropriate to at least try.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's. I know you're playing this off the title of the feat, but it's about a panic. They're not in a panic.
Yes.
But you're welcome to just try a diplomacy check without that feat. I mean, you can try to calm it down, like we come in peace, sort of
Yes.
thing. Yeah,
I suppose
go
we'll
for
try
it.
to do that. Yeah, so yeah, someone will like
Which language are you using?
I suppose common. I mean, I don't actually have any of those underground languages.
Okay.
Can
Try
Ottardo aid with that?
Yeah. Yep.
He'll try to appear as what's the word? The deferential, like
Yeah.
respectful towards them as possible.
playing
Mhm.
good cop. Oh. Can Bark try to be friendly too? I don't know how well it's gonna go, but
Hang on here. Just hang on.
okay, never mind. $30.
Yeah, it's some nice barding. Well, Tardo's got a plus 15 too. Nice.
Well, Ottardo is a lawyer, so it's not.
Right.
Different kind of diplomacy, I guess.
All right. Someone has a 30, and Ottardo isn't really helping. Maybe his presence in like full plate armor and armed to the teeth is not really
Yeah.
supporting that message. But Soma, you're in common. Okay, so the guy who first snapped out of that meditation, like he immediately makes a bit of a ruckus, which also causes the others kind of like they're all somewhat dazed as they kind of come to from their meditation. And the guy who first responded, he was already reaching for his weapon and getting ready to attack. And Soma, you like quickly move to calm down and be like, "Well, no, we don't mean no harm." And it at least buys you a few moments. Like he lowers his weapon, but he still keeps yelling in that language you don't speak, and then just kind of like points to the door with his weapon, and everybody else in the room also readies their weapon, gets up from the floor, and they all kind of like, in no uncertain terms, make it clear that you gotta leave, or there will be a fight.
Quick, pick a door.
No, they're like pushing you out the way you came, basically.
Oh,
Well,
Let's see.
let's back out and maybe we can peek from the room's threshold.
Okay.
Augrael sheathes his sword that he had pulled out. Okay.
Right, so you all kind of like back out, and then they slam the door shut in your face.
Oh,
You're very rude.
Well, yeah. Did anyone understand what they were talking about?
None of us speak that, do we?
not a bit.
could recall knowledge help us take a guess at what language or type of language is that?
Probably the language of these creatures, like their own language. But I guess, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you would expect them to also be able to speak sackfroth as creatures of the Darklands, which is kind of like the common of the underworld.
Yeah, someone will actually pull out the scrolls, like saying, like, "Well, I have this scroll since forever of which can help us comprehend them, but I'm not sure it can help us to speak to them."
I can speak sackfroth, but they didn't seem open to negotiation. But we can try.
I mean, we can
I
always.
feel like I'm speaking like Bark now, and I don't know why.
It's infectious.
I catch whatever voice inflections I hear, I guess.
We can always just keep going north.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if we have to clear this level out, we have to clear them out, right? At some point.
Well, ideally, we just understand who they are and what they are doing here, and if they are maybe at odds with Belcora themselves too.
Yeah, they get at least the benefit of doubt for not trying to slaughter us instantly.
Yeah, fair. I don't think anyone here with a shrine with whatever those eggs are is against Belcora, but maybe they're neutral. We saw what she did to us when we came down here for a few seconds, so.
So I guess it's stinky swimming time.
Yikes.
Regarding the bit that's over here, is it climbable from the water, or does it seem quite tall?
That cliff?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's some rough, rocky cliff side. which is a little slick from the humidity and like lots of moss growing on the wall. But yeah, you could climb it.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be an actual climb. It's not just like a beach that we can
Yeah, no, it's an actual
swim
climb
onto.
up. Yeah,
Ah,
it's I don't
yeah.
know how high above the lake, but quite a bit.
Well, Ottardo can probably handle that, but what about you guys?
I can climb.
Well, I'm relatively confident.
And I've spent my fair share of time in trees.
That's normal.
So should we try that,
I'm with you. Yeah.
or do you prefer to go the way of these cages?
I don't particularly want to go by those cages, so I'm good to go the other way.
All right. Well, Ottardo is going to sheathe his weapon and shield, and he's going to cringe at the idea of rust on his nice armor.
Mm-hmm.
Then he takes the plunge.
Yeah. All right. Jump in
Can
there.
Augrael use his acrobatics to just use Ottardo as like a stepping stone to volley off of him onto off the shore?
Sure.
He'll jump in. He'll jump in after him swing. He doesn't want to do that. As funny as it would be, he wouldn't do that to Ottardo.
Just fully push him under.
Yeah.
Putting all your weight on his shoulders.
Big brother him, yep.
Yep, exactly.
Bark will
so-
hop in with stick riding on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
doing
Like
the
a little
doggy paddle.
breathing apparatus above the
Okay, and then you swim over to the cliffside. The closer you get, the more intense that carrion stench gets.
Okay, I actually want to try and jump. Well, to make can I actually run from on this dock and jump sideways? It's a bit weird though.
Well, it would count as not having a running start because the angle is just too
Okay, so
weird.
well, apparently I can't make a long jump action without taking a stride.
Yeah. Nope, there's no good way to avoid it. Bark, can you roll that fortitude save that I just put in the chat?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Missing statistics. Fortitude on selected actors. That's. I am selecting
yeah.
Bark, right?
Pretty sure you have a fortitude save.
Yeah, it's there. I don't know why it's not. It doesn't want to
Weird.
roll. I mean, I'll just roll it, but
It just hit me about Bark.
because he's a dog.
Yeah.
And like a tree companion.
Yep.
Right. There's layers
right.
to Anthony's puns.
Okay, so Bark, as you jump into the water, you like everybody else is always, I would assume, like trying to keep their head well over the water. Nobody is like going to swim through it and like you would through regular water, but you like dip your head in a little bit and you get a mouthful of it and you quickly spit it back out. But it leaves this oily residue in your mouth that's just gonna everything's gonna taste like swamp for a while. So that's fine. Okay, so but you make your way over there, Ottardo, and Bark, you're almost over there too. Augrael, I would assume you too. And like I said, the wall is somewhat slick, but there are these almost like handholds, so you should be able to make your way up there.
Do you need a roll?
Well, you need to be an expert, or not that you need to be, but the DC would be an expert
Okay.
DC. But yeah, that's easy enough for you to make it up there. So you climb up there. I assume the plan is for you to climb up and then help everyone else down. Is that right?
Yes.
And I guess Augrael, you're also pretty nimble. So you make your way up there too. The two of you stand up there. You basically arrive pretty much at the same time, and you see this large, smelly cave that opens up onto the lake. And
You said these
immediately,
were. Sorry, you said these were the remains of like a carrion. What is that again? Can someone remind me?
yeah,
Have we
that's what
fought
I was.
one?
I was just going to
Oh,
say.
sorry,
There's
sorry about
like,
that.
as you pull yourself up onto that into that cave, there's just what you thought was maybe like some creature that had died here. It looks like it's just a heap of reeking, decomposing carrion of something like that was just dumped here. Maybe multiple different creatures. It's just this pile of rotting organs and flesh. And as you like look at it, Augrael, in your case, maybe longingly, um, the, all of a sudden, like there's movement among the carrion, and then it almost bursts open that whole pile, and uh, four creatures like crawl out from underneath it. And you've seen them before, Augrael. They are these horrifying, uh, mummified gnome-like creatures
Oh, okay.
that had been lying in wait here under the carrion heap for some reason. And I'm gonna roll for initiative. Let me get everyone into that count. All right, here we are. Everybody rolls. We can begin the encounter, and Bark once again wins the initiative.
Yeah.
Are you
How
still down there? You hear the that fleshy sounds as like something is happening up there, and maybe you hear
Mhm.
the like grossed out yelps by Augrael and Ottardo. So I guess you get the sense of urgency that something's happening up there, and you need to get there to help.
Yeah, I guess I will. Is it? It's 5 feet per action to swim.
5 feet per action to swim. Yes.
Okay, in that case, I guess I will spend 2 actions swimming over here.
Oh no, hang on. You attempt an athletics check to move a maximum distance of 10 feet. If an speed is 40 or higher, and increase by 5 feet for every 20 feet of speed above 20. Yeah, no, in your case, just 10 feet per action.
Oh, 10 feet per action. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will paddle over here around Souma, hearing that something bad is going on. And then I will try to climb.
All right, yeah, and climbing is 5 feet per
And
check.
how high is the cliff?
Let's say it's 15 feet high.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 1. So
All right, so you just kind of like slip off the slick and slippery wall. And you can't get a good hold.
Right. I
Yeah.
guess I have one more action to try again.
Oh, right, yeah. All right, you make it 5 feet up.
All right, so I start scrambling up, and that's my turn.
Wait, is that right? I always forget the stupid DCs. Are they on Foundry directly, the DCs? Is there a level-based DCs? But what about proficiency-based DCs? I guess not. Oh, we had that last time too. What is it called? Simple DC.
Do you want the number or?
I got it here. Yeah, so it's 20. All right, so you hit it exactly. And it's called Simple DCs, but it's not on Foundry, unfortunately. Okay.
Right.
10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Okay, maybe I can at some point remember that. All right, so you made it 5 feet up, and then up there, yeah, those creatures, like their empty eye sockets, their desiccated skin. Everything about them reminds you of a mummy, except for the fact that they're not wrapped in bandages. And they have this intense swamp smell about them, which even shines through the carrion stink that is, of course, also on them from having lain an ambush here for so long. So okay. Sorry, I'm still wrapping my head around these guys. Yeah, so they like climb up, almost burrowing up from that carrion, and it then attacks Augrael with its raw fists, just kind of moving forward. And again, that intense reveal, that intense
Oh, brutal.
smell.
Quick, turn into a block of wood.
So that's 26 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will need you to do this fortitude save.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's just gross. That's it. And then we have another
Oh my God.
critical
Oof.
for
Oh.
another 28 points and another fortitude save.
Oh God.
Wait, hold on. 29 is it? Or it's an at 20, I
Natural
guess.
20. Yeah. That's another success and a third attack, which is a miss.
Whew.
And then it's your turn.
Okay. I would do a call knowledge on these guys.
All right,
I
religion,
can.
or if you have any swamp or any related
Yeah, I think
lore.
religion. We'll see if that's in here.
Oh, and hang on. You start your turn.
Yep.
And I will need you to roll this fortitude save.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So as you start your turn, you feel like your lungs are filling with water, but you like cough a couple of times and manage to clear your throat.
Does he need to breathe at all?
And you have a your
Yeah, I
religion check.
realize I don't need to breathe as much as other people.
Right. But it's also about being able to speak.
Okay.
And I see your religion check here. Well, you're not even sure if they are undead at this point. You don't recognize them at all.
Okay, then he will just take out or he has the middle class bastard out, so he will swing with that.
There you go.
It's all around.
There we go. Okay, sneak attack is on, but not double and not analyze weakness.
Ooh, 47 points of damage. Yeah, you greatly damage that creature. Target becomes enfeebled 1, and it's made off balance, becoming off guard until the start of your next turn. Nice.
All right, and he will do the second swing on it
Mhm.
with his last action.
That's a hit.
So he does get sneak attack, does not get analyze weakness.
And that is another 18 points. All right. And then it's that creature's turn. Let me see what we have here. Yeah. And it just almost mindlessly, even though it is clearly near death, it lurches forward and tries to punch you in the face, missing once, missing twice, crit missing for the third one. And then it's Soma's turn.
Well, it suddenly became a very complicated situation. So, as we established, so I need to take at least one action to swim, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Or
I
climb.
will. No, well, there's not enough space to climb in there, so someone will try to cast a spell right from there. So she'll like paddle water a little bit, raise her magical flute like a wand, and point it at Augrael, saying, "Please don't die." And I will cast Sooth on him.
I love this song.
Let's cast Sooth from the fourth circle, so it will be a lot. Well, not as a lot
Nice.
as I wanted, but that will have to
Still
do.
something.
All right. Ottardo, you also feel this sensation of water filling your lungs. Give me that fortitude save, please.
Oh, hero
And-
point.
Okay. Oh, wow. Swinging hard. Yeah, but you also like cough it up and clear your lungs. Your turn?
So first action, he's going to draw his thick mace, and next he's going to swing at the creature he has flanked with Augrael.
It's a hit. And he strike it, but not enough to kill it.
He
Go ahead.
is going to follow through.
Oh, there's a crit. And that is surely enough to smash it into bits and pieces.
And that's it for Ottardo.
All right. So, one of those creatures' turn. Okay. Augrael, the one in front of you, tries to
Yes.
punch you in the face but misses. And then, no, the second swing connects for 14 points.
I will
Yeah.
nimble dodge that.
But
Ooh.
okay, yeah.
You did. Nimble dodge it. Okay, and the third one is a miss.
Finally.
Yeah. And then we have another one of those weird-looking mummies making its way over here to attack Ottardo, which is probably pointless, but let's try. Smashing its or throwing itself against your armor almost seems entirely futile, but they don't seem to have any sense of self-preservation. And it's Bark's turn.
I'm gonna keep on climbing.
That noise, whatever that noise was
That is
unsettling.
what those creatures are making. Sounds.
Oh, that last one. Do I not make any
Yeah.
progress on that one?
Yeah, so you're 10 feet up right now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
One more to pull yourself
Oh,
over the
come
edge.
on.
And no progress once again. It's very
Slip
slippery.
it.
And we have another one of these mummy things, and it's gonna pick Augrael to punch you, swinging its fist.
Oh, yeah, nimble dodge because I haven't gone yet, right?
You haven't gone yet,
Let
no?
me double check that nimble dodge applies till that, but I think it does.
Isn't it only against one attack?
I think it was.
I think it's only one attack.
Yes, you're probably right. Yes, never mind. So it's
Okay.
not.
So then the second one would have hit, which means that
Yes.
gonna do 13 points of damage and a fortitude save.
Okay.
And Ottardo is going to use the reaction here, so that would be
Okay.
11
3 points.
off. Which one
Or
is this
2
one?
points. Okay. Ooh, I failed it. Uh-oh. So let's see.
Okay. So what's going on here? So this is this one. It gets hit for 10 points of damage, and 4 persistent. Wow. Okay, so it
But I
punches
failed
you.
the yeah.
Yeah, I see you've failed the fortitude save. It punches you in the mouth, and yeah, it leaves a very icky taste in your mouth. And then it's your turn.
Okay. All right.
Oh, hang on. I need to roll or add the spirit damage and roll its recovery check. All right, it succeeded, and then it's Augrael's turn.
Okay, Augrael realizes he probably needs to get some sort of flanking damage to be useful in this fight. So he's gonna try and tumble through to this square to be able to flank with Ottardo. So I make, it's an acrobatics check, right? There's an action. Let me find the action. Tumble through. Oh, I had the dead one targeted. I'm not sure if that matters for the CC.
And that should be fine. Same DC, I would assume. Yeah, that's still the same. All right,
Okay.
so you tumble through.
Then I will swing at this one with the middle class bastard. Okay, nice.
Wow, yeah, that is a critical hit. 29 points of damage. And you skewer the thing, but it
Yeah, I'll
being...
try one more with his last one.
Oh, right, but it is enfeebled and off guard. That's a regular hit. 26.
Okay. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I did that before you get off guard. Still sync tech, but no analyze weakness.
Oh,
It's
wait.
already enfeebled, so.
So what is its AC right now? Its AC is 19, 20. Yeah, no, that's all right. 16 points of damage. All right, they come through. It's badly injured. Souma, your turn.
Okay, let's hope that Augrael will last and
I'll live forever again.
Yeah, take an action to swim. Then we'll try to make a lingering composition out of Rolling Anthem defense one. Yeah, that's a normal success, I believe. So it would last for 3 turns.
Okay. And then that's it?
I still have one action. Well, I think I will try to climb now then.
Okay. Yeah, you make no progress. Ottardo.
Is Bark close enough that Ottardo could like reach down and help him up?
I mean, you could reach down and help or aid basically for his next check, but he would still have to climb.
Okay. So let's say Ottardo does that for his first action.
More like third action, I would assume. I guess it's all happening sort of at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to just attempt to down the creature that's flanked with the
Mm-hmm.
Augrael.
Augrael. Yep, that's a hit. Or your 9 points of damage, not enough to take it out. 27 is a hit. 15 points of damage is more like it, but it still remains on its feet. All right, there's the one right next to you, Augrael, that is throwing its fist at you. Hits you for 12 points of damage, followed up with another swing and a miss. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ottardo will take the reaction.
So it'll be 1 point. Okay.
Yeah. And he will attempt to strike there. Oop.
Ooh, critical hit.
Leave Augrael alone.
Nice.
And ooh, and the persistent is doubled too.
Oh,
All right.
is that from a feat you took or something, or is that from your class? Or
So that's an upgrade to the reaction that happens at level 9.
oh, very cool.
Okay, so I'm getting 8 points of damage and then fails to recover. That's bad. Okay, and then we have that thing up here that's going to target Ottardo. Oh, no, that's the wrong target. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. 28, 26 wouldn't have hit, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't have nimble dog. Fine.
And an 8 for sure. Not. Bark.
Bark is going to try to finish climbing up.
All right.
So I guess now you would roll your athletics, and we'll see if it's.
Well, he already did, so it was a success. So you get a +2.
Oh,
think.
okay, great. Was it a critical success or just a success?
Or just a success.
Then it's 1, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's just 1.
All right, and I think that gets me up.
And it does
regardless,
get you up all the way.
Okay, I am going to want to come over here. So I scramble up and over, and then I'm going to cast Timber.
There we go.
But it's a 15-foot line, and I think I can get all 3 of them in the line.
Oh, nice. Yes, you can. Ooh. Okay, the first one at the top, crit fails. The second one, crit fails. The third one fails.
All right, so that's going to be... Please roll more than 13. Okay, slightly better.
And that's the regular. So the first one takes 30. Second one takes 30 and gets smashed and buried. And the last one takes 15 and is badly injured. Timber indeed.
All right, that's my turn.
Nice turn. And it's Augrael.
All right, Augrael. So this one is now flanked with Bark.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I will swing at that one.
Birke has a stick or something, right? Some sort
I
of.
have
melee.
I have a staff, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, a stick or something.
Yeah.
I do have a stick.
Roll.
Also have a stick.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
nice, Augrael. We're
Where's
on
Tom?
it today for some reason.
Ooh, 44 points. And you kill the creature.
Okay. He will stride over to flank the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess he'll swing, given he'll swing with a multiple attack penalty.
That's a regular hit.
All right.
And you do 18 points of damage, making it enfeebled, badly injured. And was that the third action? Sorry. Yes, moved and attacked. Souma.
Yep.
Okay, yes. So I suppose I will have to delay climbing again, so she will just paddle water and try to point a finger at the remaining creature. If I suppose she can see it, right?
She can't see it. No, you're still down there.
So I can't actually target it.
No. You're 15 feet below the cliff, so you have no line of sight to anything going
Well, that's
on
very
up
bad
there.
then.
I guess you see Bark and Ottardo, but that's it.
Mhm. Well, never mind. I climbed then.
All right. It's tricky. You can't really find a good handhold. There you go. You're 5 feet up. And 10 feet up. One more.
That's a critical, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. So that is enough. so you can pull yourself up here. And then it's Ottardo's turn.
Okay. Ottardo is going to first smite the creature that's in front of him, and then he will try to actually smite it.
Right, and you cause 15 points of damage, and then you hit it again for another 15 points of damage.
And that's his turn.
Okay. And then it's the creature's turn. Yeah, it is not in any sense, in any way, strategic about this, but for some reason it switches targets over to Souma. I guess as Souma climbs up and pulls herself onto the plateau here, onto that little cliff, its head jerks around and its empty eye socket like fixate on you, Souma, and it cocks its head a little bit as if like mildly curious about you or something about you, and then it with surprising speed lashes out and tries to punch you once, twice, 3 times, but missing each time. And then it is Bark's turn.
Cool. Let's see. I guess I'm going to. Well, I don't know what it is really, so I guess that's probably not the best call. I'm just gonna timber. When
All
in
right.
doubt, when in doubt, drop a tree on them.
All right. And especially because their reflex saves suck. Oh,
Oh,
well, but
all
natural
right.
has it.
Fooled me. I'm just gonna stride a little more into the room here.
Okay, and then it's Augrael's turn.
All right, Augrael's gonna try and finish this thing off.
Doesn't take much, but you do need to hit. There you go. Critical hit.
Okay.
And you...
Man, the criticals for Augrael today have been raining.
Yeah. And you slay the creature. 40 XP for everyone. As the last one of these mummy-like monsters goes down. And as you put down the last one of them, that sensation of like, drowning in swamp water is no longer an issue, but the stench of the carrion still remains. You see that there's this sort of natural cavern here. There's an opening to the south and to the north where different caves seem to continue on.
Yeah, which way do we want to go?
Yeah, I think we probably should. It's probably a bad place to take a breather, but we really need to patch someone up here.
Yeah, I'm pretty injured.
Simon, I have a question about the elixir of life.
Mm-hmm.
Does that heal someone with void healing? Because it has the healing trait, but it doesn't have vitality.
It
doesn't have
should.
vitality or void.
It should, because Sooth doesn't have vitality or void. And we've been healing Lucca and Augrael with it for weeks.
Well, I wouldn't put it past us that we never checked.
I mean, void healing is pretty explicit that you can't be healed by vitality.
Right. So you have the basic undead benefits. Immunity to death effect, negative healing. You're damaged by positive damage and aren't healed by positive healing effects. You don't take by vitality healing effects. You don't take negative damage and are healed by void effects that heal undead. So if it doesn't have vitality, I think it's just healing. Yeah.
Okay, so I can actually heal Augrael with my herbalism as well.
That's cool. Let me just double check that.
I,
Healing. Elixir of life. Oh, accelerate a living creature's natural healing processes.
Oh, did that an elixir of life?
Does Soothe say Soothe? Okay, Soothe doesn't say anything like that.
yeah, it's
Did
it's
I
all in
say
your
this?
mind. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the effect. Okay, never mind. Or it's in the description.
yeah, but by the way, what kind of like Lucca had the wand of harm right on him? Was it?
Yeah, I need to get the Will of Unlife's or Wand of Harm.
Yeah, was it a
Did you
divine
have any
wand?
uses of the wand?
Well, thanks to my new archetype, I have access to divine casting, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Does Bark have the ability to make like alchemical items?
Only healing ones. They have to have the healing trait.
I think there might be one. Soothing tonic.
Oh, it gives you fast healing. Yeah, that's a little.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Well, let's just stitch Augrael for a start.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah, that one's interesting because it's a set amount of hit points that you get. So the lesser one is 10, the moderate one is 30. Yeah, I can make that in the future. Soothing tonic.
Oops. Accidentally turned off the light spell. Sorry about that.
I cannot see. Wait, wrong voice. Actually, Bart can see fine. He has dark vision. This is the first character I've played that actually has dark vision in Pathfinder 2e.
Nice.
They're normally all wandering around in the dark. Okay, so do we want to head south or do we want to head north?
Oh, we can check this.
Okay, so you're entering that long chamber to the south that features some roughly carved stairs that lead, well, from here on down. The sides of which are dotted with nooks, two of which contain stone basins filled with muddy water over here and here. And as you walk past those, stuff happens. So let me start another encounter.
More wisps.
Okay, let me see. Um, sorry. Okay, so as you walk past that swamp water over there, all of a sudden here, a um a dreadful light comes on, like a grayish glow that casts dim light spilling out from that little nook, and Augrael and Ottardo, and actually all four of you. You're kind of bathed in that grayish, flickering, weirdly colorless light, and you need to make that will save here.
I'm going to use my hero point for that one.
All right. So Soma failed, Augrael succeeded, Ottardo failed, and how about Bark?
Oh, sorry.
All right. So Ottardo, you failed, and it makes your knees weak. You feel slightly frightened, and so does Soma. And to boot, as that light becomes visible, a wisp-like creature becomes visible as well. This one looks different than the ones you've encountered before. It's like a fanged
Oh, no.
skull within a grayish or light aura, and it's its turn. So these work differently. They don't have that. They don't have that shock ability. So let me just see real quick here. Okay. Okay. All right. And in passing, it tries to touch Ottardo. Kind of just like, darting forward to try to touch you with its weird jaw. And then it's going to try it 3 times. Here we go. None of those succeeding. Okay. And then it is Bark's turn.
Is it normal that we don't see the creature on the map?
Yeah, can't see it right now.
There you go. Now you should be able to see it. And then it's Bark's turn.
Augrael is in the way.
Just kill me. I don't care.
Oh, okay. I think the first thing Bark is gonna do is probably cast Shillelagh, however you pronounce it,
I think Shillelagh.
on himself. Ooh, that was a fun effect. And that's 2 actions, and the third will be Protect Companion.
Nice. Regain the life plug reaction. Okay. All right, Augrael.
Okay, Augrael's going to do. He thinks he knows what type of thing this is, but he still wants to do recall knowledge on this in particular creature. Okay. Yes, that's my. There we go.
Oh, you have indeed heard about these. There are stories that have been, I guess, carried up from the Darklands, and you've overheard people talk about will-o-wisps that are native to those dark underground caverns. They are even more ominous and malevolent than those that bob about in the lonely marshes and surfaces of the upper world. They're called dread wisps, and they instill terror with eerie shifts of light, and they consume the fear they create, drawing life energy from their victims in the process. I'll let you ask 2 questions about their stats.
Okay. I guess the first one would be, do they have the same magic immunity as regular wisps?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
what helps other people?
Slightly different. I'm going to tell you which ones. A Dread Wisp is immune to all spells except Fairy Fire, Magic Missile, Maze, Searing Light, and spells with the positive trait. I think that last bit is different from regular wisdom.
That is different.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So vitality spells are, yeah.
And then I don't know what helps our party the most. Because I mean, Augrael doesn't really care as much about this. What would help you guys most to know?
I mean, you already answered my biggest question.
Okay.
mm,
I guess weakest save.
Fortitude.
Okay. It doesn't like positivity, and it's not very fortitudinous. And then Augrael will strike out with the middle class bastard at it. So that was a success, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
That's a hit.
Not great. Why am I doing that? Need to say.
18 points of damage.
Then I'll try one more time with the map. Okay.
That's a miss. All right. On the other side of the hallway, another swamp water basin has been placed into the nook, and from there, flickering dreadful light starts to spill out into the hallway as well. We'll need to have everyone make a will save again. Crit succeeds. Nice. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Bart fails that one. Okay, so you're all frightened at this point. That was it coming on here, and then the next thing that happens is with a shadowy flitter, the thing just teleports right over here. It doesn't cross the space in between. It just seems to step out of the shadows behind Soma, and then tries to touch you, but fails. Ottardo, your turn.
Ottardo is going to start by moving over here because he'd like to keep both creatures within his reach. Next, he's gonna remind everyone that we've killed things like these before, right? We did. And last thing, he's going to attempt to strike the wisp that's still in its nook.
That's from where you are right now. I guess with a reach weapon, you can kind of, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a miss.
And that's 3 actions.
All right, and that's Soma.
Well, this thinking that nearby greatly complicates it. But I think I will have to. I will try to take out the one that already injured. So these things, like, so I think somebody will even say it out loud, like, these things made a mistake of not becoming invisible, huh? And she will raise her hands and she casts magic missile.
All right.
And I will just use my last spell slot because fuck them, and we don't have to fuck around anymore. So they should just die. So it would be 3 missiles per one action.
I like to imagine someone says that out loud.
Yes. Let's pop out and start rolling. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that Dread Martial aura is legal?
It does give you a +2 on damage.
Yeah, okay.
You should have it.
Yeah, very well then. Then it's then that.
Okay.
Wait, not me, why me?
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's try this again. 4, 7, 5, 7.
No. Well, never mind.
4, 7, 5, 7, 5. Oh, it's a little annoying because it always jumps back down, so I have to scroll back up and then find the right one. 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5. Oh God, where am I? 4, 7, 5, 7, 5. 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, and then 5 again. 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7. 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7, 4. 4,
There you
7,
go.
and one last 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 missiles. Okay. Maybe Karnas, we can do this next time when we do like you cast one, I take the damage. You cast the next one, I take the damage because it's
Okay.
really annoying to scroll back up and down. All right, but that was a true force barrage that greatly injured the wisp, and then it's the other wisp's turn, which what does it do? It goes dark and
Augrael puts his arms out wide, makes himself goes like this, like a basketball defender, so he can't get by him.
nice trying to make it so they can't get out of the nook, but unfortunately they can teleport. And the next thing that happens is that it becomes visible again right here as it's there's this like shadowy um uh discharge of energy as it tries to touch Bark, which then succeeds and draws 17 points of void damage.
And Ottardo will use his reaction here.
All right.
So that's 11 resistance. And is it visible or?
No,
is
it's
there-
just it's hidden is what it
Okay,
is.
so that's hidden. So that's 11, DC 11.
Hang on here. I'm not sure why it's doing this. There we go. Yes, 11.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Nice.
Ooh, good hit.
Oh,
That is
Ouch.
a good hit with some good persistent damage.
Plus
brutal.
frightened 1.
That was it. And frightened 1, you're right. And now it's going to take that persistent damage and then I'm going to roll the recovery. And I crit fail the recovery. Not good. Bark, your turn.
So is the other one hidden or revealed?
The other one is fully visible. It hasn't gone dark yet.
Okay, then Bark will cast Vitality Lash at it.
Ooh.
Fortitude save. And
Crit fail.
oh, that's what I want to see. That is not the crit damage, so
So it takes double that?
yeah.
Ooh, that
Oh, you
is
get positive damage. Nice.
that yeah, it just obliterates it.
All right,
Oof.
then he'll turn and he'll face towards this other one, and he will raise his shield.
Okay, Augrael.
Well, damn. That just happened. Okay, he will. He doesn't know this one is here, right?
Well, he is hidden, but you know it's somewhere in that area, but you can't quite
Okay.
see.
Okay, well, he will then try and stride over and try and swing.
Okay, so we have DC 11. and you miss.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Third
I
action?
think he's gonna shield with his last one.
Okay.
Actually.
Ottardo?
Well, he's going to try to strike that same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And
Fails.
misses.
And he's going to try once more.
Second one may hit, but misses.
Misses. And for his last action, he's going to raise his own shield.
Okay, Souma.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about. So it is hidden, so I can't actually target it with another magic missile. Okay, let's then try to do the inspire defense again. Then draw the sword and wait, never mind. If I move, I can strike. So let's draw the sword, and someone will just cast shield on it then.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right. Then it is the. Hang on. Okay, it's the Wisp's turn. It's currently hidden in that square, so it's just gonna use its draining touch right now on the most threatening creature here, which is that nasty druid with its vitality leash. Missing with the first one, second one misses as well, and then it is going to move and become undetected. Here we go. And then it gets some more spirit damage and succeeds its recovery check. Okay, so it's Bark's turn.
Bark is going to cast Protect Companion again.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to ready his action to strike with the shillelagh if it appears within his reach.
Okay. Augrael. Matt.
Sorry, yes. Sorry, my kids just got home and they're crazed. Okay, let's see. How can I get there? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll get in flanking and swing with the
Oh, this one's
middle
already
class
dead.
bastard.
Someone is dead. It's
Oh,
dead.
Sorry, where's the other
It's
one's invisible?
It's
It's
undetected. Yep.
Got it. Okay. I will delay then.
Okay. Ottardo.
Ottardo will spend one action to try to seek
Okay.
for the creature. Let's do this.
And you can't see it anywhere.
Okay, then he is going to spend his remaining 2 actions to ready a strike if it appears within reach of him.
Okay. Soma.
Okay. So I think I will continue. I will because I also can't see it. So and taking out the see invisibility wand will, well, it will probably be more trouble. So I will cast it again the inspire defense. Yeah, and I suppose I suppose I dropped the instrument, so I will have to cast it with my acrobatics check, or just with acrobatics performance. So for that, she will tumble back into the formation, right here, and well, keep protecting herself with shield.
Okay. It's the Wisp's turn, and it becomes visible, well, slightly more visible, only hidden over here, which triggers both Bark and Ottardo's attack of opportunity.
I don't think this has my the shillelagh plus. Oh no, now it does. Okay, it does.
24 is a miss.
So is it visible or it's still undetected, right? We have to roll for
It's hidden,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you're
hidden,
right to roll.
right? Hidden.
You're right to roll the miss chance.
Okay, so that's done. Let's see. Ah,
Yes. All right, and then it tries to touch. Ooh, that's a hit for Bark, causing 21 points of damage.
Ouch. Why didn't I take the damage? Damage. There we go.
So that was 1, 2, and then with its third action is going to move away, becoming undetected again.
Yeah, Bark, that should be 20 because you are protected by the inspired defense.
Yes.
And then it's Bark's turn.
Well, it seems to have it out for me. So I am going to raise my shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to can I do that's more useful than taking random swings? Nothing I can think of at the moment. I'll just keep another ready shillelagh if it pops out.
Okay, Augrael. Oh, we can't hear you, Matt. We just hear.
Sorry.
Dog.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have waited last time, but he'll move up here and he'll ready a strike. This way, it can't get through us.
Okay.
And it'll have to be on front line somewhere, so he'll ready a strike. Yep.
All right, Ottardo.
Ottardo is going to seek 3 times instead now. Let's see. Oop.
Nothing. It's nowhere to be seen. Nope, absolutely no idea where it went.
Oh man.
Souma's turn.
Uh, well, okay, Soma. Well, we'll continue defending, and then Soma will also seek 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. I will find the. Is there an action for that? Yes, there is an action. Oh no, that's too long.
And no, you also have no idea where this creature may be hiding. It's just, floating ball of light that it can turn off, so it's just basically virtually undetectable. However, it becomes once again slightly more visible as it tries to attack Bark one more time, which triggers attacks of opportunity from Augrael and Bark.
Okay. Let's see. D20 roll first. I guess I don't even swipe in the right area.
Well, yeah. And
Nope.
but it hits you for 15 points of damage.
But Ottardo is going to use his reaction here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's a successful flat check.
Ah,
But a critical miss.
So I take 15 and then I heal 11.
Basically,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
right. And then it moves to become undetected. And then it's Bark.
Bark probably, I think, may have better perception with his druidishness. So he is going to try to seek it this time.
Mm-hmm. But you also can't find it.
All right. I will use a second action to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I
One-
should have made that.
That's okay.
Secret.
Once again, not seeing it anywhere.
And third action will be raise the shield since this thing seems so hell-bent on me.
Okay, Augrael.
Okay, I'll try and seek it. Is a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me do perception. Hey, hold on, bud. One sec. Why am I blind as to where perception is? Shouldn't it be under?
It's on the left-hand side. It's that bar.
Yeah, it's in that red area under your AC.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
You also don't see anything.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna ready a strike if it comes within range with the last two instead of trying to seek again.
Sounds good. Ottardo?
He will seek and then wait to use his champion's reaction instead of readying.
And once again, you don't find anything anywhere.
What is
And-
this thing still?
It's pretty good
Yep.
stealth.
Okay.
Soma, your turn.
Souma is tired of seeking.
Mm-hmm.
She runs into the into the corridor, turns around. And casts an AoE spell.
Ooh.
Because
15-foot. Oh. You echo generating him that only creatures in the area can hear.
damn it, it's immune.
I was gonna say, can it even affect it?
I mean, it's magic, so probably not. Yeah, divine. So nope, it is definitely immune.
Well, that's
And
the
there's-
last thing that she thought about. So
And then it's turn. Yeah, it's gonna continue what it's been doing, which is try to take down the one that has the vitality flash. So becomes visible. Augrael, you get to attack.
Okay. Let me see if I can hit it, please. Hit it.
Roll
But
the
it's
d20.
not flanked, unfortunately. Yeah.
We need
Oh,
the
yeah, and the flat check. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right. Let's see that
So at
damage.
least hit it, but it's not gonna be for a ton.
Well, 15 is better than nothing.
Something.
Um. Oh, right. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Well, first of all, it gets to do its draining touch, but misses. And now it actually. That's really interesting. Okay. It is going to become visible as it turns on its flickering light again. End their turn. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait until the end of your turn. So now it's Bark's turn.
Yeah, well, now would be the time to hit it with Vitality Lash, I guess.
I guess so. see. It's save. Critical fail. Come on. Okay. Sure.
50
Take
points of
double that.
damage.
And it once again just gets blasted by that vitality flash. Oh man, yes. So what's interesting is that it has this ability to feed on fear, right? So what happens is that it can feed on despair. So a requirement is that an enemy within 15 feet is under a fear effect, drained, or dying. And then the Dread Wisp feeds on the creature's despair, regains 2d6 hit points, and deals 3d8 void damage. So that's cool, but to put the frightened condition on you, it has to have its flickering aura active, so it needs to be visible. So basically, it was down on its hit
Yeah.
points, and the only way to heal itself is to
Just
become
make it
visible,
a sub-targeting. Yeah.
which really makes it a target then. So interesting. But I think that's really the only way that I could play it. So anyway, that is 80 XP for each one of you.
Wow.
But before you do anything else, there's once again a change in the quality of the air. All of a
Oh,
sudden
no.
it gets cold, and there's a gust of air that rushes through the hallway, bringing with it that stench of the carrion in that cave next door, but also bringing with it like musty grave smell. And a bluish light starts to gather in the chamber before you, and with over the course of just a few seconds, a little vortex whirlwind appears, and as it swirls around, Belcora takes shape right there in front of you, and she says, "I've warned you, you wouldn't take it. The first time I told you. Then this time, you shall all die." And hang on. We'll remove these guys and roll for initiative. And quite fittingly, she's gonna get the first turn. Okay, so she lets out a wail and casts a spell. No. Okay, and she singles out Bark and says, "You think you're so clever, bringing your vitality magic to my realms. I know that many of my minions have a weakness, but how do you cast those spells without your mind?" And then she casts a spell at you. Where is it? Here. She targets you with a feeble mind. Give me that will save.
Select. Okay.
Oh!
Oh wow!
Somehow you succeeded.
You're stupefied too, and she lets out another frustrated wail and says, "How dare you resist me?" And then it's Spark's turn.
A little tongue-tied here. Inventory. Let's see.
Burn away action.
The elixir. I don't know if this is gonna work. It might not be strong enough. Bark's gonna fumble around in this pouch of herbalism materials, and he is going to chug some bottled catharsis. Which, of course, as soon as I clicked that, it disappeared from my sheet, so now I can't see what it was said. It is essentially it attempts to counteract the stupefying effect.
Yeah, the drink unlocks a flood of emotions that helps reset your mental state. When you drink this elixir, the elixir attempts to counteract at 4th rank and has a plus 14 counteract modifier. Each effect on you that has the emotion trait or is inflicting the stupefier using the elixir counter. Okay, but it does nothing.
Can I use the hero point on that counteract?
Yes. Let me roll that again.
I know it has to be really high.
What are we moderate?
I don't know if that's high enough.
To look that up again. Counteracting. Says calculate DC the contract modifiers of spellcasting. The DC is affliction stat by the spell. Use the caster's DC. Okay, so the caster's DC is
It's got to be
high.
more than 20.
Yeah, that's not a success. It's a regular failure. And regular failure means counteract. If its counteract is lower than your effect's counteract, so yours is 4 and hers is higher than 4.
Yeah.
So it does not.
All right. Okay. Counteracting. So I think it's quickly becoming my least favorite part of Pathfinder.
I think you have 1 action left. Right?
I have 1 action left. I'm going to use it to who's hurt? Is anyone badly hurt? It's just me? Okay. I'm just gonna raise a shield for now and say,
okay.
So you're the one they've been talking about. No pleasure to meet you.
And Belcora responds and says, if you leave now, you can tell the story that you'll live to tell the story of laying your eyes on me. Leave the vaults now. This is not your fight. Augrael, your turn.
Yeah, Augrael doesn't have a lot against her, but he's gonna do the only thing he knows how to do against incorporeal. He needs to get a ghost. He's gonna use the Lantern of Empty Light. And it's even worth it. Yeah, he'll try it. Might as well.
Oh, okay. So, where's the one?
I imagine she can't fail it, but
let's see
She can
that.
still roll a 1.
She can fail. She rolled a natural 1.
She rolled a natural 1.
Wow.
Oh my god. So, but it's still a regular failure because she succeeded but rolled a natural 1. You direct lines land upon. So it's 48 vitality damage.
Yeah, why didn't it should have? Oh, I rolled the successes. There we go.
Okay, so and she, as you cast the empty light,
it worked. It must have leveled up.
She screams and says, "How dare you!" And I believe it's Ottardo's turn.
Ottardo is going to take. Ottardo is going to start by yelling "Begone" at Belcora. Then he's going to use his defensive advance to step up, raise his shield, and attempt to strike her. And miss.
And yeah, you just swing right through her, and she says, "Fuck! Your feeble attempts will never stop me. Run! Save those you hold dear and leave the Starstone Isle." Soma.
Yeah, so Soma starts to think what happens if we actually listen to her. But instead, she will move closer to the closest source of safety, which means Ottardo. And well, let's try to target Belcora with one of our good old faithful. What's about her 40? Well, okay.
Succeeded, so she takes it for 1 round. Was that your turn?
Yep, move and cast.
Alright, so it's her turn again, which means the stupefy condition should end for Bark.
Oh, that's it? It's just 1 round?
Yeah, because you succeeded, so...
Just... the heck, I wouldn't have even bothered. Okay.
Okay, so it's her turn, and yeah, she's mad as hell at Augrael for using that artifact on her. She's, "How dare you!" And
Girl hands the light to Bark really quickly.
and she casts the spell at you, Augrael.
All right. We'll save.
Ooh.
Oh no. Okay, it must attempt for. If it, oh no!
The target
Any
is
hero
so
points?
created by die. It must attempt to
I
fortitude
used
save.
my hero point.
If the
Oh,
target
no.
fails, it dies. On a successful fortitude save, the target takes 12d6 mental damages, fleeing until the end. Okay. All right.
Oh
So
boy.
you want to know the DC before you roll, or do you want me to tell you after?
I don't know. What do you guys think is more fun?
Just roll, I think.
All right, just roll.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Well, I get to bring a new character.
Wait.
Man,
Technically,
Augrael.
wait. If you die right now, you still have a hero point. You can sacrifice it to not die.
No, he doesn't have a hero point.
I don't have a hero point.
Oh,
Because I used it earlier stupidly.
And indeed, you die. I believe what happens is you see her like come, just shooting towards you, floating towards you, and she just starts ripping you apart. Your rotting flesh, your brittle bones. She just starts pulling you apart. Obviously that's not what happens because that's all in your mind, but it's enough to make your rotting heart stop and send your mind racing until your whatever animates your body.
Yeah, I
died.
think there's some part. I think there's some part of Augrael after seeing like Lucca die last time, like that doesn't not resist, but doesn't resist as hard as he did like when he almost died with Ottardo in that like nightmare room. Like some of them was like, this is too fucked up to keep going. Like everything bad is happening, and like yeah, gives in almost.
All right, and then it's Bark's turn.
Yeah, Bark doesn't really know Augrael, but obviously it's not good that he died. So it's like, shit. He's like, perhaps a fighting retreat is in order, and he is going to.
I guess also keep in mind that she got so mad at Augrael for using that lantern, and Augrael basically like handed that lantern to you and then got blasted by her spell. You're holding that right now.
Yeah. I'm going to cast another spell. Let's see. we're gonna go with, geez, this one. Man, I didn't even have time to do my other thing. Mantle of. Oh wait, no wait. I'm sorry. This is a 1 minute preparation time. I do not cast that.
You can remove your stupefied too.
Am I still stupefied? Yeah, don't need to be stupefied. Sorry, that is not what I. That would be amazing to cast right now if it didn't take a whole minute to cast. Piercing damage, bludgeoning damage. Oh god, a lot of physical damage. It'd be cool if it didn't have to leave it behind. I'm just gonna back off for now.
Okay. Ottardo?
Can't think of anything good to do.
Well, this is not good. He's going to try to strike her once. Oh, I should have extended the smite automatically. So I'm just gonna reapply the smite. He's going to try to strike.
All right, you hit. 13 points of damage that barely register with her.
And then he is going to stride right behind Augrael. And raise his shield.
Okay, Souma.
Okay, so I take it we taking her advice, right?
Yeah.
So someone will try to also cast a spell on Belcora, something that she might be amenable to or very prone to do.
Okay.
Well, it was worth a try.
Okay. And she slowly floats forward and says, "There you have it. You shall all meet this ghoul's fate if you don't run." And then with that last word, she once again lets out a bone-shaking wail, and her form disperses, the cave falling silent once more. And there's a good point to stop today.
So who are you planning on killing next week?
I mean, it is pretty amazing. The 2 out of 2 times that she showed up, she's taken a PC out.